Most people don't realize this. The reason your life doesn't change is not because you're doing it wrong. It's because you're being loyal to an identity that no longer fits you. You're being loyal to an outdated version of you. Yes, that's what we're talking about here. Let me say this clearly. If you're watching this, there's a good chance you've spent years trying to fix yourself, fix those habits, the mindset, fix your discipline, motivation, fix your confidence. And hear this right away. Like, hear this. You're not broken. The belief that you are, the assumption that you are, that something is wrong with you is actually what's keeping you stuck. And that's what you've been conditioned by society to believe. And it's not true. Most people live inside that assumption without ever questioning it. They wake up feeling behind, frustrated, or stuck, or like they've hit an invisible ceiling. And their first instinct is always the same. What do I need to do differently? Another routine, another strategy. I got to wake up at 4 a.m., take cold showers, another plan, a push. But that's what almost no one tells you. It's that if your life doesn't match your potential, the issue is almost never effort. It's not laziness. It's not discipline. It's not intelligence. It's identity. And I don't mean identity in a motivational way. I mean it in a structural way. Every decision you make, every risk you take or avoid, what you tolerate, what you delay, what you quietly believe, this is for people like you versus not for people like you. It all comes from identity. And most people can feel this identity structure inside them before they even understand it. That identity makes you powerful in some ways and holds you back in others. And when it's holding your back, you're going to feel a tight chest. You're going to feel a constant hum of pressure. That sense you're always pushing uphill, even when you're doing all the right things. Most people are trying to change behavior while staying loyal to an identity that was built years ago, sometimes decades ago. And that decade was created to survive, to belong, or to keep you safe. And then those people will wonder why nothing sticks, because they haven't changed the identity. They've only tried to change the actions of the identity. Here's the pattern. You get motivated, you decide this time is different, you follow through for a bit, and then quietly you drift back into the exact same baseline, which results in the same income range, the same relationship dynamics, the same level of confidence, the same internal friction, and instead of questioning the identity underneath it all, you turn on yourself. You tell yourself you're inconsistent, undisciplined, you're broken. But the thing is, you're not broken. You're not undisciplined. You're just trying to solve the wrong layer. Behavior is downstream of identity. Habits are downstream of identity. Strategy is downstream. If the upstream doesn't change, the downstream will always revert to the same one. It's not personal failure. That's how systems work. And if you keep living from the same identity, you will keep recreating the same ceiling and results over and over again, no matter how hard you try. Does that make sense? So here's a question most people have never asked. What if the version of you that keeps falling short is that version is actually doing exactly what it was designed to do? What if the problem isn't that you can't follow through, but the identity that you're operating from was never built to follow through? It was never built to get that result. That identity might have made sense once in the past, and maybe it kept you safe, or maybe it helped you fit in, or maybe it helped you avoid disappointment or maybe even rejection, but now it's capping you, it's blocking you. And instead of questioning it, most people will push harder inside of it because they don't know what else to do. That's exhausting. And that's why so many people feel tired even when they're doing all the right things. This channel exists for one reason, to help you stop trying to fix yourself and start seeing what's actually running you. Because this isn't about learning something new. Most people already know what to do. It's about seeing something you can't unsee. And most systems try to improve the person inside the identity. This work starts by, our work what we do at Jason Drees Coaching starts by revealing the identity itself. When the identity shifts, a few things will happen almost immediately. Decisions will get simpler. You'll stop negotiating with yourself all day. Your actions will become cleaner. Your confidence will be stronger than ever before and start being embodied confidence. Not because you learned a trick, not because you're no longer pretending to be someone you're not, Let me be clear about what this channel is and what it isn't. This is not a motivational channel. I'm not here to hype you up. I'm not here to reassure you. And I'm not here to give you tactics to force your way forward. This is an orientation channel. We're going to orient you with the correct identity. And we're going to talk about the invisible rules, the invisible structure running your life. The frames you've been living inside without even realizing it. Those identities that once made sense, but no longer fit. Because that's how life works. Your old identity outgrows. And the process can be uncomfortable because identity change doesn't feel like an upgrade at first. It feels like a loss. So you dismantle an old identity, and dismantling the old identity can feel disorienting, lonely, even scary. This doesn't mean something is wrong. It usually means that something true is trying to come online. So if you felt stuck, if you felt capped, if you felt like you're capable of more, but can't quite tap into it and access it, hear this. You don't need more fixing. You don't need more self-improvement. You don't need to even become better. You need to become more honest about who you've been pretending to be. Everything on this channel builds from that point. In this next video, I'm going to help you see something specific, that invisible rule, that framework that's likely been running your life without your consent. Not to analyze it, not to fix it, just to see it. Because once you can see the rule, the framework that's been running you, everything else starts to make sense.